Hey guys, just want to do a quick channel update and show off some of the new gear I've been flying, or actually not, it's been the middle of winter, so I've not been flying the gear, but I have built it over the Christmas holiday. So yeah, it's been like forever since I've posted. It's been really forever since I've been flying. It's been, for me personally, like an extremely difficult year and a half. So FPV, drones and stuff have kind of taken a back seat. I mean, I haven't been away completely, been doing things here and there and active on Facebook and other stuff, but like not really flying. And I've kind of given up a little bit on the some of the thoughts I had about trying to be a professional drone pilot and all that other stuff. So I've been slowing down a lot, but I'm not slowing down completely because I want to keep flying just, for the fun of it. I really still enjoy this hobby. But I had made a lot of changes. For the longest time, I couldn't afford to buy equipment and stuff like that. But that is has been fixed. Now have a regular, full-time job and everything, and we're in a place where I can afford hobbies again. But in that year that I spent away from the hobby, essentially, my equipment is all complete, basically got outdated and fallen apart. So I ended up basically upgrading everything, and I agonized about it for a while because we have these lots of amazing options right now when it comes to gear, like HD systems, the Orca, the new Fat Sharks. They really are stepping up. The equipment is way better than it was when I first started. So I was kind of paralyzed at first. I wasn't sure what to do. I was just going to basically get the new Fat Shark system because it seems to really answer all the problems I've had with Fat Sharks and stuff like that before. But the Orcas and then now the DJI systems have also come out, and it's just, there are a lot of really amazing options. So I went back and forth for a long time, and I actually decided to go full DJI. And I did that. It was kind of a impulse buy, even though I had agonized and was paralyzed trying to think about all the different possible things to get. I ended up just impulsively buying the DJI system over the holidays because I saw a frame I liked that fit the DJI system, and I gotta say, I've been flying it now full time, and the first thing I will say is that it is almost impossible to go back to flying my regular analog setup. It's just something, I know people are criticizing it, but it basically solves a lot of problems for FPV pilots, the DJI system. And to be honest, the difference in flying in HD in terms of being able to see things like Scraggle and wires, there really are no words for it. It's the kind of thing you're not going to appreciate in videos. You can see tons of videos out there. It's not until you start flying it yourself for a few weeks, and then you're not going to go back. I know DJI is the only system out there right now. This is basically the future of the hobby, and that's the way it goes. So I'm going to go show off my DJI equipment and my one analog setup and just talk a little bit about that. But I'm going to flip the camera around to do that so you can see what I'm pointing at, so bear with me for a second. Alright, here we are in the back of my car, and this is all the equipment I have. My coffee, most important thing still. Analog, what's it called? Transmitter. I still have this because I still fly. I still have an Armaton that I like to fly. Well, I actually, I want to fly. Since it's analog, it's very hard to actually fly this, even though I feel like I perfected my design over all these years. It basically would have been the perfect analog quad, but it just takes a back seat to these other quads, the DJI quads I have here. So as for the reasons I talked about before, here's my DJI goggles. We got the analog hookup to it too, so you can use these goggles to fly analog as well as HD. Also the transmitter. I just decided to get the transmitter too. One of the big reasons I wanted the DJI system was I like the fact that there's integration, and the controller is, when I was watching videos looking at the DJI equipment, my biggest fear is that the stuff was just low quality, but it's impossible to see in these videos. But this is probably the highest quality FPV gear I've seen in the past 3 years. It's really just, the build quality is really, it's not even something you can compare to when you look at transmitters like this or the analog VTX systems and stuff like that. I also have a pair of box goggles in this flight bag. I still use them because I'm not sure how I feel about this DJI setup in terms of the add-on here. It's just not as, it's cumbersome. I just might not be used to it. So I still keep the box goggles just for backup. They're in the bag. They're just the Fat Sharks. They're more expensive box goggle, which is a very good one. This is the drone here, which this is really my new favorite drone. It's a 3-inch. I just love the way it's set up in terms of the use of space. There's just no wasted space on this frame. It's pretty powerful. This is actually my first 3-inch drone, and I never really experienced it on one of those before. But the fact is that it basically flies like a 5-inch drone. It's really very powerful, but it's the kind of thing I can fly in my yard, my neighborhood, and I don't have to make a big deal out of going and spending a day out in the field. Like just jump on the porch, fly a battery, and kind of go in. This has really become my favorite. I like the stack too. This is the Lumineer. It's an ESC that kind of just plugs into the flight controller. So all you have to do is plug in a DJI unit and then solder the motor wires, and you are basically good to go. It's a little fiddly to build because in the back it's hard to get these antennas to fit just right, but honestly, this is just, I was kind of surprised it became my favorite because it was just one of those things where it seemed very fragile. And I kind of like toasted the batteries when I first got it. But it's been holding up really great, and it's just really a blast to fly. So this DJI one is a 6S build. I have a special flight controller that can handle, with the DJI it only takes 4S, but there's basically a regulator on the flight controller. It has these big motors on it, and it's like a monster. Flying this thing is very powerful. I never had a 6S quad before, and I had these big batteries, and I'm flying aggressively, and it's taking me like 6 minutes to get just through one pack. So this is a beast, this one here. Still not 100% used to the setup, except for the micro drone, which I'm pretty used to. But yeah, that's it. This is my new system. I'm gonna go meet up and fly one of the old spots here with some people from our group. This is what we call the saucer. And that's that. I guess maybe I'll, of course, splice some footage in here if I remember to hit the record button. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys later.